link. You have a prepaid call from
Freeze, the 29th, 5 minutes to 8 p.m.
an inmate at the Salinas Valley State Prison, Soledad, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, Free, how you doing? How you doing, sir?
Oh, hi. Hi, Rudy. Hi, Aaron. How you doing?
We're walking the dogs away from the computer, but we're glad you called.
Oh, is this a nightly event? Is this an every evening event?
Yes, you bet. Every single night we walk the dogs. You bet.
That's wonderful. I can just picture, as I mentioned the last time, I can just picture you out there and taking in the fresh air and maybe trees off to the side of the road or the path or whatever, and the sunset or maybe the sundown and already darkened. That's a beautiful scene in my mind.
Don't forget the part about where we hold hands.
Oh, what's that?
So don't forget the part
I
about...
I couldn't hear you. We have a really...
We're holding hands.
We have a terrible... Oh, and holding hands, that's even better, yeah. Okay, I think it's windy because I'm getting a lot of real bad, like, static, but I think it's the wind blowing on your phone.
Yeah, I think so. I think so, Free, yep.
Okay. Hey, I just received a piece of mail from you a couple hours ago, and I'm about halfway through reading this as I was waiting for the phone. It's about the Stanford prison study. That's really disappointing to me that there's this fraud involved in this. And, you know, I took a psychology class in Hartnell College just last semester. We just finished a month or two ago, and and the semester before that I took a sociology class, and in both of those classes we related to this study extensively. And of course, I've mentioned this study to hundreds of people over the years, to some of the psychologists at CDC, and we also have dealt with it in one of our other little psych therapy groups in here. And none of these people know about this fraud involved in this. So I'm kind of shocked in a way, and I'm disappointed. I used to write Philip Zimbardo, the one who did the study. I used to write him back in the 80s, back and forth for a few years, and I'm very disappointed to see this fraud involved in this. So I'm happy to get the information. I'm really glad to learn about it, to know that there's this other side of the story that apparently.
Well, Free, I knew you'd be interested in it, but I wasn't sure how true it is, and it could be propaganda, but. So, I don't know, it's just evaluated at your own discretion and use your own discernment, but I didn't know what to make of it, but I thought I would send it along as an FYI.
Right, yeah. I really appreciate it. Unfortunately, I'm the kind of guy that if I were out there, I'd do some more research and I'd probably get to the bottom of one way or the other, whether it's true or not. Unfortunately, being in here, I can't do that. I just don't have the means because we can't have computer access. But I would like to, and I might be able to find somebody else to dig deeper into this and find out. But it makes sense to me to some degree that there's, a lot of these studies are done with an end in mind that they want to achieve. And if he wanted to achieve an end to say all people are potentially sadistic, or, circumstances could make anybody do sadistic things, then I can see where this fraud might be very real. It brings up two questions in my mind immediately. The first question is, what about, I've been told a number of different times, I've read it in a lot of different publications, that there were several attempts to repeat this study just about identically, and the results were always identical. Now, if that's true, which I've read numerous times in different places, different people have tried to recreate it, then all of those would have had to either been fraudulent, or maybe this is false propaganda and that this isn't true. So that's the first interesting question that comes to mind. The second question that comes to mind is about Stanley Milgram's famous experiment on the shocking of the people. You're familiar with that experiment, right?
Yep.
You bet, Free. I had you on mute so you wouldn't have to. You wouldn't have to hear the wind. You bet. We absolutely are familiar with the Milgram experiment, and we talk about that quite often.
So mean, it's a different type of experiment, but it comes to a similar result. So the conclusion is a lot the same. So I'm just wondering if this turns out to be that there was this fraud involved in the Zimbardo experiment, then I'm wondering if there's any question about everything being on the up and up on the Milgram experiment. So that'll be something interesting to look into. Again, I can't do it from here, but maybe somebody out there would be willing to do it.
You know, as you're talking, Free, it would be wonderful if a new folks tried to do the Milgram experiment in the year 2018, because not everybody's heard about it. It's very rare that someone even knows about it. So just take a bunch of college students and try it again and just see what happens. That would be incredibly interesting.
I'd love to do it if I was out there, but
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Doesn't need to be college students. Anybody could do it with anybody.
Yeah.
Just select good people that have their heads together, and anybody could do it. It's the type of thing, you know, if this situation arose right here of this question of fraud arose and I was out there, I would probably take the time to do this experiment. In fact, I've thought of doing that before anyway, except I've heard it's been repeated enough times to where I figured it wasn't necessary. But this makes it a little more necessary to repeat it, everything well documented, objectively and independently, where there's no chance of committing this type of alleged fraud. So,
you know, I'm surprised it took that long, because I remember mailing that to you, it seems like weeks ago. I don't have an exact day in my head, but that really took a long time to get to you. The mailroom must hold your mail for quite a long time.
No, I have your envelope right here, and it says Dallas, Texas, postmark, June 15th. It's a little bit foggy, but it looks like June 15th.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that is a while, huh? 25, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 2 weeks. It usually does not take that long. You're right. It usually takes about 4 or 5 days, or at the very most about a week.
Yeah, you know, when I mail you a letter, when I mail you a letter on a weekend, I'm expecting you to get it that week, right? I don't expect it to take 2 weeks. But anyway, it's just kind of interesting, is all.
I don't know if I mentioned to you, but it used to be in the old days it took months on a regular basis, like 2 months after the mail arrived here before we'd get it. And one piece of mail my sister sent me took a little over a half a year.
Wow.
To get after it reached the mailroom.
Incredible.
So, incredible. They've actually improved considerably. Yeah.
I see.
Now somebody, let's see, was it? Okay, last time we talked, there were like a couple, maybe as many as a couple hundred hits or views on the Kamala Harris thing. Have you been monitoring that at all? Is there anything more on that?
Yeah, keep talking, and I'll try to look it up on the phone as we're walking around. But I'm not near my computer, but I can look it up on the phone. So yeah.
That is so cool to me. You have no idea what that feels like or sounds like to me, to just be out there walking down the lane and be able to take your cell phone and look up something like that online. It blows my mind. I mean, I'm ready for it. Nothing's going to surprise me when I get out there, and I'm a very balanced person, so I have everything together inside myself that I need to be ready for whatever's there. It still blows my mind just to be the thought of being able to do that compared to what you could do when I was out there last.
No, yeah, I can't wait for you to get out to kind of see some of the inventions that have happened over the last 35 years. It's absolutely amazing. But I think I did find YouTube. Yeah. It's up to around 150. I haven't looked at Facebook, but I'm gonna guess around 150 to 200. So for my channel, 300 views is pretty dang good. Free, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, that's to me that's inspiring compared to the very few views that my main website gets, which is almost none over a period of years. Well, you know,
I got a letter also from.
Yeah, I was just going to say, in Congress they brought up this topic of shadow banning, and people that are not politically correct, the institution or the establishment shadow bans them. It wouldn't surprise me if I'm shadow banned and you're shadow banned as well. Have you heard of that? Have you
signed up?
You know, you can't find out what it means. Right, yeah, what it means is that.
Okay, so it's okay to go ahead.
Are you okay?
Like 10 minutes. I got like 5 minutes. Thank you. Go ahead, Rudy. Go ahead.
No, they talked in Congress
so
about.
What does that mean?
Yeah, shadow banning means they don't outright ban you. So you can log into your account, you can upload content, but you just don't know it. They just don't advertise it to anybody. So it's basically going into like a bucket where nobody knows about it. And it's very likely that your website is shadow banned.
Okay. So it's going into file 13 and you don't even know that.
Yeah,
and blocked and you don't even know it.
Well, exactly, and you can still get to it if you know where it is. So if your friends know where it is, they can get to it. But you'll never show up on a search engine. You know, you'll never show up on anything that advertises your website. They're just going to do everything they can to suppress knowledge of you and who you are.
Yeah, I'll be darned. Okay, it's good to know that. I'm quite naive about how the whole all the internet stuff works out there, believe it or not, because guys run my website and Don Cena runs my Facebook, so I got no hands on at all. By the way, I got a letter from Don Cena tonight, also in the mail, and I just read it about a half hour or so ago. There's a guy named Louis Hostetler. Do you know him?
I've heard the name. I believe he's
apparently a big advocate.
Yes.
Okay, he's a big advocate of Schaefer Cox, who is one of your guys on your card for a political prisoner, and so he apparently wants to also see if he could help with some things on my case as well. So that's inspiring.
Great.
We got somebody else that might be interested in helping in some ways.
Great.
Yeah. Were you able to? And believe me, when I ask this, don't think that I'm very understanding of what your limitations are, so I'm not expecting anything. But were you able to look into at all the two things I mentioned about the French journalist named Agnes Bouthillon and the Mackenzie Smith, the author that is helping San Quentin prisoners and that sort of thing?
I remember mailing you something. Hold on. I'm trying to remember. I did mail you something. Can you say those two things again, really clear, free, so I can write them down again? The two names.
Yeah. Well, okay. The first one, both of these are out of San Quentin newspaper, the recent San Quentin News, May 2018. One of them is a French film journalist and filmmaker named Agnes Bouthillon, Buthion. And he's done a documentary called 20 Years on Death Row. And the other one is out of the same paper, same issue, a woman named Mackenzie Smith, common name Smith, who is a novelist. And she's gone all over the world teaching people writing workshops. So she's apparently a great writer. She has a Carnegie Mellon University degree and another degree. So anyway, I just wanted to see if we could get contact information.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
And also, in addition to, I know you're working on trying to reach David Farham still. I just wondered.
Okay, look
for. About to be cut off right.
Okay, yeah.